Wow. Kevin Durant has just been traded to the Phoenix Suns in an absolutely blockbuster move, a move that I don't think many people saw coming, although the Kyrie Irving trade certainly made room for this. The majority of the rumors were that Kevin Durant was going to wait it out till the summer and then him and the Nets were going to reevaluate the situation. But no, the Phoenix Suns are trading for him in a massive move. The return that's being reported right now is Mikal Bridges, Cam Johnson, Jay Crowder, and 4 first-round picks, as well as potentially additional draft compensation. And then going to the Suns is Kevin Durant, and Woj is just reporting TJ Warren as well. And this is just an absolutely massive move. In terms of the quality of the player involved, Kevin Durant, I can't think of the last time a player who is better than Kevin Durant right now has been traded. Obviously, maybe the Kawhi trade, but he was injured and sort of depreciated when the Raptors traded for him. Maybe the Kevin Garnett trade. I don't really know, but right now, Kevin Durant going to the Suns is just an absolutely insane move. And you think about their team now, a big four of Chris Paul, Devin Booker, Kevin Durant, and DeAndre Ayton. They traded away a lot of the wings, Mikal Bridges, Cam Johnson, Jay Crowder, so their wing depth could be not great, but to acquire a player like Kevin Durant, who is one of the best players in the NBA, I would say a top 5 player when he's healthy right now, to pair him with Devin Booker with a team that made it to the finals 2 years ago is just an absolutely massive move, a statement move for the Suns, and I think I'm a little bit still in shock. If you think about it, on the court, it makes a lot of sense. Kevin Durant is a player who I believe could play with any team and make sense. His skill set is just that transportable. You think of Chris Paul being safe hands, running the offense. He has more scoring weapons around him to do what he does best and play make. And then on the wing, having Booker and Kevin Durant, 2 of the best scorers in the NBA, 2 guys who can score on all 3 levels. I think they're going to be one of the best offenses in the NBA just with those 2 guys alone. And then DeAndre Ayton, who this is a massive test for DeAndre Ayton. We've seen when they made it to the finals, he was committed, he was running the floor, rebounding. And then the last couple of years, obviously last year in the playoffs, he had a dispute with the coach, and the way the Suns flamed out of the playoffs last year shouldn't be forgotten, how they were humiliated by the Mavericks. But this is going to be a massive test for DeAndre Ayton and for the Phoenix Suns organization to see if they can bring a championship around Kevin Durant and Devin Booker, because this is a trade that changes the championship odds, that increases the Suns' odds for a championship, and that really swings the landscape of the NBA, which is not something that doesn't happen very often. And I think it's going to be a great fit, and I think they just became one of the favorites in the West. I would need a little bit more time to think about them versus the Nuggets, but I think I'd be willing to put them ahead right now of any other team except for the Nuggets 100% because of Kevin Durant and because of his impact. Before he went down injured, KD was in the MVP race this season. He is a starter in the All-Star game, although he is injured right now and won't be back for that. And he helps the Phoenix Suns a lot. I think that goes without saying. If we talk about the Nets side of things a little bit, they get Mikal Bridges, who is a very good player. They get Cam Johnson and Jay Crowder, who are also both good players. And then they get 4 first-round picks. And I think this signals they traded Kyrie, and now they're trading Kevin Durant. And this signals that they're going to go into a rebuild. They obviously traded a lot of picks for James Harden. And then just those 3 guys, Kevin Durant, James Harden, Kyrie Irving, what the Nets gave up to get them, in terms of cap space, in terms of picks, and now not long after they were assembled, not long after they were looking unstoppable and everyone was just locking them in for a championship, they're all gone. And if we think about the future of the Nets, it's obviously about the draft picks. It's about Nick Claxton, who is a great defender. It's about maybe Cam Thomas, who's really been going off over the past couple of weeks. We'll see about Ben Simmons. I think what the Nets do with guys like Simmons and guys like Mikal Bridges, who could be a part of the rebuild, but also could be moved on for more assets, especially Mikal Bridges, because he would have a lot of value if they wanted to flip him either before the trade deadline here or in the offseason in the summer, which I think is more likely. So for the Nets, I think this signals more a rebuild, and it's just incredible to think of how fast things can change in the NBA when you have Kyrie, James Harden, and Kevin Durant, and if all of a sudden you have none of them, and they're going to be headed towards the bottom of the NBA. But for the Suns, this is just an incredible move. 10 out of 10. If you can get Kevin Durant, you're almost always going to win the trade, and this is a massive risk. They're giving up a lot of their future with 4 first-round picks with Mikal Bridges, but they're never going to have a better chance at a championship for a long time than they do right now with Chris Paul, Devin Booker, Kevin Durant, and DeAndre Ayton. So I'm excited for KD to get healthy and get back on the court, and we'll see how this Suns team's looked, but they're going to be dangerous and they're going to be good. Thanks for watching. Leave a like and subscribe for more NBA content.